welcome back to another exciting and informative episode of Mind Your Body and Soul. I am Joseph Ward, the health educator and outreach specialist here at Neighborhood Medical Center. Make sure you subscribe to this Neighborhood Medical Center YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment, share it so people can get all of the information that we have. And remember, Mind Your Body and Soul is an educational podcast that focuses on all things health related to help our listeners learn more about various health topics and information they may not have access to. We seek to inform, empower, uplift, and mobilize our listeners to become the healthiest versions of themselves. And remember, every week or whenever we put out our podcast, they're always available on our website, which is www.nmcpodcast.com. Also available on our Neighborhood Medical Center YouTube channel. But you can also see our interviews on our parent website at www.neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. So also that the audio is available on Anchor, Breaker Radio, Public Pocket Cast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. And with the addition of YouTube Podcasts, it's helping our audio go out even more. So it's still on all of those platforms. So make sure you check us out. So today, this is information that I wish I would have known 20 years ago. So I'm a child of the 90s. Growing up, I would watch sitcoms and I would watch TV shows, and they would always have an episode about a foreign exchange student or about an American student being able to study abroad. And in my home on the west side of Tallahassee, I was always sit and wonder what it would like to study abroad, because they would show people going to France, they would show people going to London, would show people going to maybe Nigeria or some place that's not in the United States, and it was studying abroad. And I always wondered, what does it take to study abroad? How does one study abroad? How does one become a part of that? Does that even exist in real life? And now we're about to learn that it does exist in real life. We have Miss Emily Maurer, who represents FAMU Study Abroad Program. Welcome, Emily. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Joseph. I appreciate you having me here in this interview. Problem. Yes. I'm the coordinator for Education Abroad. And you asked some really good questions that, that we also ask as well. What does it take to study abroad? You got your bags, just get up and go, get ready to go and study abroad. But it takes a lot more than that, and that's why we're here, to help the students get into that endeavor. Yeah.
Okay, so before we go a bit deeper, my co-host is here, Mr. Matthias Sweet. He taking a break from saving the world to come talk to us real quick. How you doing, Matthias?
I'm here. How y'all doing today?
We good.
Good.
So you got your mask still on, so that means you've been out here getting it. So good. We appreciate your work. We definitely appreciate you. I know you're tired, but we appreciate your work.
Well, thank you.
Yes. So Emily, Matthias and I, this is an interview we wanted to do for a while. I know he's gonna kill me. I just forgot the young man's name. We would see him on the set often, and just one day I went over and no, he came to us first. He came to us asking about our services. So we in turn asked about his services, and that sparked the conversation that led us here to being able to speak with you about the Study Abroad program. So before we get to the Study Abroad program, can you give us some information about yourself and what led you to becoming a part of the Study Abroad program?
Oh, yeah. My name is Emily Maurer, and I always worked in the world of in the international field. My mom is from Hong Kong, and my dad is from Taiwan, and I always worked with cross cultures, and whether it's helping my mom with navigating through the United States as an international person. I always kind of helped them figure out, how to fill out a tax form, for example, or how to talk talk to their landlord, or secure, get a open a bank account, or it could be anything. So just being able to live abroad or to be abroad, um, I've I've always been a part of that, assisting and supporting role, for people who are, um, living in the in between. I say, they are are international, and so I've worked with people who, go overseas and people who come, to the United States, incoming and outbound. I've been doing this for about 20 years of my life,
Gotcha.
in the international field. And so, specifically, I work with education, international education, and I love it. I've been in the field with, inbound and outbound. I've been working in the field of, foreign language education as well. I used to teach Chinese and Japanese. I used to teach, English to international students. Um, and I just love international education, because I think that, it really, um, is a is the essence of what education means. Because, if you look at the Latin root word educare, education comes from the Latin root word educare. Edu means to come out of or to lead out from, and that means that, to really become an educated person, or to have an education, means to lead out, or to come out from where you were born, to lead out from where you're come out from your home, from your beginnings, to come out of your neighborhood, to lead out from your home and what you know, and to learn new things beyond, what you were born into, and to get an education, to go beyond your horizons. And so internationalization and international education is the real root word. It gets to the root word of education. It To become international is really to become educated. So that is kind of the essence of what my work is, to broaden horizons and to lead people out, to, let them see the world, to enlighten them, you know, um, and to have them, uh, know and experience things that are beyond, you know, their homes and what they grew up with. And I love that. It's been wonderful the past 20 years doing this.
I bet.
Yeah.
So because you talk about having a multicultural upbringing, as a
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
were there any programs, not exactly like this, but similar to this, that was exposing you to the outside world, outside of your home, outside of the cultures that your parents have? Did you have something, in your environment that exposed you to that kind of helped lead you into this field as well?
I mean, I studied abroad when I
Okay.
was young. I went and studied abroad, to, uh, growing up. I went every summers growing up. I would go to my home, my heritage country, to Taiwan and to Hong Kong, and visit my families. I had that opportunity, and, I would learn about, I would learn Chinese, which is my heritage language, and I would practice Chinese with my grandparents and live with my aunties and my uncles, and, learn about my heritage cultures. And I had a bilingual and bicultural upbringing because of that. And that made me become, um, you know, become more multicultural,
Right.
have an ability to live in different worlds and interact with different kinds of people. And I love that. It empowered me. Um, so I think that, from the very beginning, I was able to trans, um, you know, transgress different kinds of worlds. And um, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's
Okay. Okay.
beginning as a young child. Yeah,
So
Gotcha.
I have a
Yeah.
question about the program itself. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So how does a person who is in school all of a sudden decides to say, "Hey, I want to study abroad"? What is the steps that we need to take to become an abroad student?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, you know, to if you make up your mind you want to study abroad, you decide you want to study abroad. The first step really is to find out how many credits you have left.
Mm-hmm.
What's your credits that you have left? And to
Okay.
find out what classes you need to take left over. So let's say you're a pre-med student
Mm-hmm.
and you got let's say you got some biology classes left over to take, or you got some organic chemistry classes left over to
Mm-hmm.
take, or you got some chemist yeah, I said chemistry, whatever classes you got left over to take. Well, you come over to me and then you say, I need to take a chemistry class, but I don't want to take it here at FAMU. I want to take it abroad. Where can I take it? Because you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to take classes abroad that you don't need. If you need African economics, I mean, if you don't need African economics and you take it abroad and you take it back here and you don't need it, that's wasting your time overseas. You don't need African economics. That's actually a class that someone was looking at, and I was like, she's like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, but do you need it? Do you need to
Right.
take that class? And she was like, no, I don't need that class, but it's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a throwaway class. I don't know if you want to waste your time and money
Right.
on a class that you don't need. So that first step is you need to sit down with your advisor, your academic advisor, and find out what classes you need to take left over in your academic map, right? That
Right.
was one thing I need to emphasize to the students when they come see me. I want to know what classes you have left to take. Then, when you tell me what classes you have left over to take, I'm going to go through my database and I'm going to look for programs, study abroad programs that are available for you to take. And my study abroad database looks something like this. I'll show it to you if I can share my screen.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Looks like this. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I click on programs. Then let's say the classes you need are biology. Let's say biology. Okay, and let's say you want to go in the summer. Let's say you want to go in the summer, or you want to go in the let's let's say you want to go in the summer, and let's search. So these are all the places you can go
Mm.
Mm.
study some biology classes in different programs. You see,
Yes.
and they even have internships as well.
Oh, that's pretty
So
cool.
when the when you go over there, is it taught in? I know it's probably a crazy question, but is it taught in English, or are you going to have to learn like the native language to really understand? Or
Yeah. So the classes. Let's look at them real quick. Let's look at one. Let's look at this one in Bhutan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one is taught in the summer in Bhutan, and they will tell you what the classes are. This is at a glance,
Right.
and they'll tell you an overview, and they will tell you if they're taught in English or if they're taught in the native language.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
okay,
So it looks like this one's taught in English, and these are the classes. Click on the each course to view the description and download the syllabus.
mm-hmm.
So here they are, right here. Summer syllabus. Forest and biodiversity. So yeah, it's taught in English. So you can tell they're taught in English.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that works.
So, have you ever had a student who was studying abroad, needed a specific class, but that specific class wasn't taught in English? Has that ever happened?
Have I ever had a student who needed a specific class and it wasn't taught in English?
Yes.
Yeah, I have. Like, for example, I've had a computer science student who needed like Java, and he wanted to take it in Japan, and it was actually taught in Japanese.
So how did he have to like have an accelerated Japanese course, have a translator, or just have to not take the class?
Yeah, he was stuck. He was kind of stuck. Yeah, he couldn't take that class.
Gotcha.
Either he had to learn Japanese real quick and then
I
take
bet.
that class, yeah,
I bet.
or he couldn't take that class, yeah. So I did have that issue. So yeah,
Gotcha.
we do have to work around that. Or he'll just have to take the Java class in another country where the country they speak English. The classes is taught in English. So we had to look at some alternatives for him.
Okay.
But he really wanted to go to Japan, you know.
I bet I would have wanted to go as
I
well.
would want to go too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
unfortunately, we couldn't find the computer science class that he need. It's taught in English. Yeah.
So I have a question. So when you're thinking about going abroad, which is I think is amazing, and something that I wish I would have did when I was in undergrad, because I mean it's great places. Like I saw Thailand, different places on there. I would just
Yeah.
love to go just to see the scenery and see the city.
Yeah.
How much does it come out of pocket? Is that something I put on my financial aid, or is this like my tuition and books? I
All
mean,
financial aid pays for study abroad.
you said it does.
Yeah, all financial aid pays for study abroad. So if you get financial aid, it pays for study abroad. There is also scholarships out there that pay for study abroad.
Okay.
Florida Prepaid, Florida Shines, they all pay for study
Okay.
abroad.
So how do
Yeah.
I find those scholarships? Like where are those scholarships at so people can know where to look for to say, hey, I want to study abroad. Like, let me get an extra scholarship here or there, because that could be extra spending money for them while they're over there.
Yeah, so let me share my screen again. So if you go to our website here, and you see where it says financial aid, and it says scholarship opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is just type in, if you want to Google it, you just type in FAMU study abroad scholarships, and our website will top up.
Okay.
So here are all the different kinds of scholarship opportunities for study abroad. There's so many.
There are.
Yeah, so many. You want to go to Germany, you want to go to Asia, you want to tap into the Fund for Education Abroad. These are the big ones. Gilman Scholarship is the big one. So Gilman Scholarship is if you're a Pell Grant recipient, and all you have to do it's not merit based. It's not you don't have to have a certain GPA or anything. Gilman is if you write 3 essays, you can get the scholarship. You
Okay.
write 3 good essays and you can get the scholarship.
Gotcha.
And um and 7 of our FAMU students got it last year. 4 of them got it this year.
Okay. So now,
Mhm.
if I study abroad in the summer and I was like, I like it, I want to go to another country to study abroad. Can I go back again to a different country?
Yeah, yeah, we have repeat study abroad students. They usually the first time they do it, they do a short term like a summer, and
Mm-hmm.
then when they do it again, studies show that they do it for a longer period of time the second time around. It's like they get their feet wet the first time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they decide, oh, they love it so much they go for the whole mile.
So I
They
could
go,
actually study over there for like a whole year, like the first semester, second semester. I
yes,
could actually do January to August or
yes,
January to whenever and be like over there for 8 months and just.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
But imagine how much growing up and maturing you would do in that time in that space. So because imagine like I'm 18 years old. I get to FAMU or I get whatever college, but I get to FAMU and I learned about the study abroad program. I've never I've never been outside of my state.
hmm
I'm at FAMU. I go to a study abroad.
hmm
I end up in the study abroad program because I learned about it. Then I end up one semester in South Africa, and the next semester I'm in Bhutan.
yeah, Thailand,
Imagine the like
yeah,
that. That's excellent maturation for that 18 between that years of 18 and 19. You're gonna grow a lot. You're gonna see a lot, but the growth is not going to be your regular American student growth because you're not. First of all, you're not going to be in America. You're going to be in several other countries, and you get to see the world. Because I, like you say, the root. I believe the root of education is being able to get out and experience the world and being able to understand what you experience and use the information. But I love it. Do you all have any room for two people who already graduated college but just want to go abroad and learn? If y'all got room for us, we'll go.
We'll
you
go.
know,
You need a chaperone.
yeah, okay, let me tell you, my job is not just study abroad coordinator. I'm education abroad coordinator, which means education abroad coordinator means the umbrella of education abroad. It means not just study abroad, but intern abroad, research abroad, teach abroad, volunteer abroad, all anything abroad. So it doesn't matter if you're a student or not. You can still like do like fellowships. You can do like Fulbright. You can do like Peace Corps if you want to volunteer abroad after you graduate. You want to do Peace Corps and you want to be a foreign service officer. You can join the U.S. Department of State or USAID, and do service abroad. You know, there's so much I can tell you about the world. You want to go abroad, and if you want to, because I've done it. I've worked with the military abroad.
Mhm.
I've taught English overseas abroad. You know, After I graduated, I spent a few years teaching English in Japan overseas. Made a lot of money. Traveling the world. You know, I didn't have to be a student. To
That's
do all
good.
this. Yeah, so I can tell you about going abroad and just being abroad, traveling abroad, going abroad, working abroad. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what my role is education abroad, being telling students about abroad opportunities, not just study abroad.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, you're gonna see us soon then, because
Because
definitely it's the experiences.
it's a lifetime of education is a lifetime. Is a lifetime opportunity.
Yep. Yep, yep. So let me ask this because I'm looking at one of the pages on the website, and it's talking about an application process. So can you kind of walk us through an application process? I'm a student. I learned about the programs. It sounds good. I haven't yet talked to my advisor, but I see this application process. Can you kind of walk us through that?
Yeah, there's two kinds of applications out there. One is the advising application. The advising application asks you, like, what countries are you interested in? What languages do you speak or want to learn? What are you, or do you want to go to a place where you need a lot of, support? Do you have medication, that you need to take? And do you have dietary needs? Like, there's like that asks you, like it's advising. It's like you need to talk to an advisor about your about studying abroad. This is
Mm-hmm.
advisor application. This is advising application. So that will get you in touch with an advisor. That advising application will get you in touch with an advisor, so that you can talk to someone like me that will talk to you one on one, in like a Zoom, like in a Teams or in a Zoom meeting, and they will discuss what your options are for study abroad. That's
Gotcha.
one type of application that we have on our website. The
Mm-hmm.
second type of application that we have on our website is the actual study abroad application, is the actual program application, where you found a
Right.
program, like you said, oh, I found this 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 program in Bhutan, and I'm going to apply for that program in Bhutan. Well,
Mm-hmm.
if you apply for that Bhutan program, then it takes you to the Bhutan program. It tells you to upload your transcript, upload your your consortium form for financial aid. It upload your agreement to, you know uh, your foreign travel. You need to get signatures from your dean. You need to get signatures from your advisor on the courses that you're going to transfer credit from and into the equivalency. You need to get, you need to sign some waivers. It's like a program application. It's the actual
Gotcha.
program. So there's like a series of tasks that you have to do, and it's a checklist, and you just have to go through that whole process.
Right.
And an advisor will help you walk through that as well.
Okay, so
Okay.
like
Because
with that, you have to get updated vaccines, but y'all would have the time for that. So what's the average, I guess, my time frame is if I say I'm gonna study abroad in the summer, how far in advance do I need to start like preparing? Because I know you got to get
Ideally,
vaccines going to certain countries and things.
yes.
Is there a certain time frame you would suggest somebody to do so they'll be prepared and not rushing?
Ideally 6 months. 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. So
Joe,
if
we got
you
6 months.
yeah, yeah. The application deadline is usually 3 to 4 months in advance.
Okay.
So if you want to go to the fall, a program in the fall, the deadline is March 1st.
okay. Okay.
So the deadlines are usually 3 to 4 months in advance.
Okay.
So so
So
this
you want to plan 6 months in advance.
right.
That's
So
when
this is
people.
something you can't just talk about. You need to, if you want to do a study abroad, you need to get all of the information you need to get, and then go start the process and get it going.
Yeah, and
Got
ideally, you know, um, the best time to study abroad is your sophomore year.
yes. Why is that?
You should plan, because freshman year you want to experience everything new and the campus and everything. And then your sophomore year, you have time to actually get into, your you have time to actually do an experiential program, because your junior year and your senior year, you're actually doing like an internship, or you're doing some kind of like work abroad, work on your major. You're doing your course on your major. So sophomore year is usually the time that you have to study abroad.
So
So
what
Gotcha.
if I was a grad student? Would I be able to do it as a grad student
yeah,
because it
mhm.
could be towards my major and thinking, especially like with research and things like that.
Yeah,
If I
you can do. Uh, you just have to make sure that the graduate program will accept the program, the credits from abroad into
okay,
your graduate program.
okay,
Gotcha.
Because some graduate programs are picky about that. They're picky about where the credits come from or how many credits you're transferring in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, so let me ask this from the other end because I know you have students from FAMU who go out to other countries, but what are some of the countries that are bringing students into FAMU as far as the student exchange?
Oh, they exchange from okay. Our okay. There's all kinds of programs out there.
Hmm.
Um, there's four types of study abroad programs. There's the direct exchange, the direct enrollment, the exchange, the third party provider, and then there is the faculty led. Now, the exchange programs is when we go out and we make a partnership with the host university directly.
Right.
And the host university directly, we have um, exchange program partners, um, such as, and let me read it out to you: Germany, Spain, France, Australia, Finland, India, Japan, Australia, um, Austria. I'm sorry, not Australia, Austria, London, Mexico, France, Denmark. These are some of our exchange partners that we have. And we have a goal in our department to add on three exchange partners every year, at least three exchange partners every year.
Okay, that's exciting because students from other countries, because I know we think about it because we are American, so we think about us getting out of America, going to see the world, and of course some of that is from a selfish standpoint because we like I would love to be a foreign exchange student, but getting the idea of when the students come here from the other countries, because one, you are creating new partners every year, so that's a great thing. But from have any of the students who come from other countries giving you their experience of their time at FAMU?
Yeah, I mean, the exchange, it means that we send a student over there and they send a student over here. Um, so that's what the exchange means. So
mhm.
we get students over here and they get students over there. What is really interesting is FAMU, since we're the number one HBCU in the United States, a lot of students are attracted to coming over here as an
That's
exchange
great.
student.
That's
That's
great.
great.
Yeah, we attract students to come here a lot of times. So there's an imbalance. The schools are wanting to send us students, want to send us international students from all over the world here, but we can't send them students there because I'm
Oh,
trying to get my American students to go there, but, but they want to send students over here because they want to go to FAMU, but we have to make it balance where, okay, I have to, so what they're doing is they're trying to say, okay, how can we make m- our FAMU students attracted to go to their university, you know, to go to Austria, to go to Denmark, to go to. So that's where my job comes in to play. And
right,
I have to tell the students, hey, you want to go do an exchange in Germany? Let me tell you
right,
about the university. Let me tell you about our partner.
Right.
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 So with the when they go abroad, like how is the housing and living situation? So as a person who knows, like, okay, I'm going to study abroad, Do I need to figure out how I'm going to find housing? Is housing covered? Is that extra that I got to pay? Do I stay
Yeah,
with a family? Or, on TV, you see sometimes they see such and such gets a foreign exchange student that comes stay with them. Is that how it is? Or I get my own dorm? Or,
yeah. It just depends on the program that you pick. The type of program that you pick, tells you what kind of living situations you're going to have. So sometimes, let's say, for example, the student wants to do semester at sea. Semester at sea is where you live on a cruise ship. So you can stay on a ship. You can your living arrangements is on a cruise ship.
For
That's
right.
semester if you do the semester at sea option. If you do, for example, the faculty led program to Madrid or Salamanca this summer with the LLC, which is the Living and Learning Community, which we have a program every summer with them, you're going to stay with the homestay family. You're going to live with a family in their apartment or in their
Okay.
house, and you're going to be
Okay.
immersed with them. That's that's
okay.
that's the setup for faculty led. And then if you do a third party provider, for example, to Barcelona, Spain, which I did a site visit with them, they have apartments. They have options for apartments where you can stay in an apartment. Some of them have dormitories, like JCU in Rome, Italy. They have dormitories on campus where you can stay they have different dormitories all across their campuses where they set you up. If you have to apply for their dormitories in advance because space is limited. So you have to go through their housing application, and they have a resident director, and they have, it's just like rules and regulations, just like a dormitory here in the United States. So, yeah. So if you want that kind of experience, you want a dorm experience, we can look at dorm experiences. In the website that I showed you, you can narrow it down the search to see what kind of housing experience you want. And it'll pop up. The programs will pop up according to the housing experience that you want.
Now this is so cool, like I say, because I've I've literally grew up on family campus. I'm from here in Tallahassee.
Okay.
My parents met on family campus. My mom is like a diehard FAMU fan. My dad was a professor at FAMU. So as far as college, FAMU is the one I know the best. And I did not know about this program. I am so mad about it.
What? What?
I'm so now I was reading last week that this program started around 2003.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We started in the early 2000s, but I don't know exactly when. I thought it was like 2005, but I don't remember. Maybe it was
Okay.
2003. Yeah.
So because I was a freshman at FAMU in 2002, so it would have come along around when I'm about to leave FAMU, but still, um, I wish I would have known, even if I wouldn't have had a chance to take advantage of it. I wish I would have known
Oh,
to be able to tell other people just for the experience, just to be able to get out of the country. I know plenty of young, bright college students who would have greatly benefited from this program, but they they might not even know it exists, and they're walking through FAMU campus all day, every day. And that's one of the reasons why we want to do this interview, so we can help spread the message. Because, like I said, we see the young man out on the set on Fridays, and if I have my microphone, I try to give him a shout out. But I want more people to take advantage of the program.
oh, that's great. I appreciate your advocacy. You know, that's
Yes,
I I thank you for that. And I'm sorry that you weren't able to take advantage of it.
I know,
Very,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's true.
mean,
I think that young people these days, you got to take advantage of it while you're still able to, before you get into a career, before you settle down and get married, before you get encumbered with life. You know, it's the best
yes,
time in your life right now to
yes.
go abroad,
Nah,
travel,
it,
see the
it, it
world.
is.
Yeah.
If we could let everybody go abroad, I think I'd be like, you go abroad, because I think it'll be a great experience. Because, like, I mean, you get to experience a whole nother culture. You get to see a whole nother side. And for some people who never been, like Joe said, some people never have left Tallahassee. Some people have never left Quincy. This is all you know, or Monticello, or Taylor County. So these are the great things that we need to do to help people understand where they need to go. Because I
Yeah.
Right.
mean, if you don't know and you have never seen it, and it sounds like it could be almost all free for you if you do the right things. So
Yes.
like,
Yes.
why not do it?
Yes. If you do all the right things, that's what we're here for, is to help facilitate all of that to get you to study abroad, and to let you take advantage of the opportunities out there. And especially for underrepresented minorities, there's so many,
Yes.
you're at an advantage. There's so many opportunities.
Right. I mean, my main thing is I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to India. Like, I can just think of several places off the top of my head that I just want to, like, I want to go visit. But when you're looking at the prices, you're like, yeah, yeah. But heck, you going for free. You got a place to stay. You ain't got to worry about it. You're gonna eat real Indian food. You're gonna eat real Thai food. You're gonna eat
Yeah.
the real thing because you're staying with the family. So you get to really experience the culture on a first level basis. So
But what's also so cool is you mentioned financial aid, Florida prepaid to Pell Grants and things. Because my dad created the Florida prepaid for us, so I could have used that in a semester across seas to be able to learn something. But and they would have benefited me greatly to be able to get out of Tallahassee, get out of my environment, and be able to not just see something, but study in this other environment. Oh, that would have benefited me greatly. So
Yeah.
anybody watching this, any parents, any students, friends, family, loved ones, if you know somebody that can benefit from the study abroad program, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it,
Yeah.
because it would be life-changing experience.
Yeah. Exchanges are one of the best deals in town. Exchanges, all you do is it only costs FAMU tuition. So if you got Florida prepaid, or you got scholarships that pay for your FAMU tuition, that already pays for your study abroad trip, you know, because it, you pay FAMU prices for the experience abroad.
That's great.
That's
so
what
the
an
only
exchange.
thing you really need, from what I understand, is like spending money.
Yeah, all you need is your plane ticket. You need to spend money for your plane ticket, and then you need to pay for the money for your dorm or your housing and your meals, which you're gonna pay for. You're already in
Right.
Tallahassee. You're gonna pay for
Right.
that anyways. You're gonna pay for food and housing anyways.
So
Yep.
my question to that is, so I'm already paying housing because I'm here. So
Yeah.
we paying housing. So I would have to pay double housing because I have to pay for over there. Now, if
No,
I'm
no,
getting
just
housing
Not
through,
don't pay
not
for housing
necessarily.
here. Just cancel your housing here.
Right.
even for
Just
the summer,
Yeah, don't pay for housing here. Just pay for housing over there.
Right. Because
You
it'll
gotta pay
be
in advance. Remember, you gotta pay on 6 months in advance. Just make sure you don't sign up. Don't sign up for housing in the summer.
right.
okay.
Yeah.
But then also though, that'll give you a opportunity to save money or even look ahead to when you come back. You'll be prepared when you come back, because it's not like it's forcing you to be 6 months ahead anyway. So if you're already going to be 6 months ahead, by the time you get there, you're already thinking about preparing yourself for when you come back.
Yeah. So this is really good experience for students to think about and plan ahead and budget and all that, time management and all that. It's really
Right.
good for them. It's really good for
Right.
them to think through all this. Yeah.
Right.
This is
Because y'all, I'm
exciting. See,
just thinking, like, my wheels are turning, like, because when you take certain currencies and change them over, you become a billionaire in some of these areas, just for
well,
little to nothing. And I'm
American
thinking in my
currency
life,
has
I
a high
could be
exchange
like,
rate.
I could live my best life and be like I'm a billionaire somewhere, and I really a broke college student. So
I
live
tell
my
you
best
this.
life.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, really.
I've
You know,
yeah,
a daily, you can live off of like just pennies a day in Thailand, for example,
Yep.
like few, like $1 a day or something like that, really.
We can take our neighborhood
15
salaries.
cents, 15 cents a meal or
We're gonna be
something.
billionaires. We just gonna be like,
Yes,
hey,
we're
I'm
gonna
over
take our
here.
neighborhood salaries. We're moving to Thailand, and it's it. We teaching.
That's
Gonna
where you
teach
want to go,
English.
Matthias?
I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to India. I want to go to Bali. That's in Thailand. I just think the water, everything is so beautiful over there.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind going to Germany. I've been there several times already because I'm half German.
okay.
I mean, I just want to see any Asia, Dubai,
Yeah.
India.
Dubai.
I'm there.
Yeah, we send students to Dubai.
So I got to get a passport. So that's what number one thing. I got to have a passport,
Yes,
right?
Yes, yes.
yes,
And our
Okay.
office is also a passport acceptance facility.
it
Now,
is.
does the passport acceptance facility, does that only account for students or does that account for the public?
Oh, everybody in the community. We take anybody
Oh,
in the
so I
community.
can come get my passport from you guys?
Yeah,
I
you can
had
get
no
passports.
idea.
Yeah.
Joe, when we going to get the passport?
So no, I am so thank you for saying that because in most people's minds, we either have to go to the post office on South Adams or the building out way Killearn area, way out Thomasville Road.
No.
And but it's so simple, just especially if I don't have transportation or if I'm in this area, I could just come up to FAMU and the
So what does
education
the
abroad
person
office.
need to get their passport? Because that's the major step for studying abroad. So what does that person need to get their
Oh,
passport?
you just Google FAMU passports, and there's our website, and it tells you step by step what to do. So you need to
Yeah.
download the DS11, fill it out, the application, and then if you're a student, actually HBCU students can actually apply to the U.S. Department of State and get a waiver to have a free passport.
Does that work for alumni?
You got to wear a book bag when you go up.
You know I got it. I got it. I'm ready. We ready to go.
I don't
Oh
know if
man.
it works for alumni, but I know that some HBCU students they have gotten free passports through the U.S. Department of State through their program, their passport initiatives program. Um, and so hey, you can get it's almost like $200 to get a passport. Um,
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
right.
Can we get a waiver? Like, hey.
So it's $130 for the U.S. Department of State's fee, and then it's $35 for FAMU acceptance facility fee. And that's two different money orders or two different checks that you have to prepare. Um,
For
and then
165, and we could be going abroad, Joe.
mhm.
Well,
I think
we
we
know
might.
now. We know now. We're gonna no you and I'm glad you told us about the option to be an educator abroad. That's something I actually looked into when I graduated college a little bit when I graduated college, but I know like my dad he's the worrier of my family. He was like, I don't know about that son, but I'm I wish I would have taken advantage of that and actually
Oh
just
yes,
blocked it out, just went and tried it. But that's something that is still an option though to be able to because I love teaching. That's one thing
yes,
I learned about myself. I love teaching, so to be able to travel and do what I love,
yes.
that'll be great. So you
Oh,
definitely
let
gonna
me
hear
show
from
you my
us.
website right here. Let me show you the website right here.
Okay.
Um, let me show you. Hold on. Okay, you go here right here where it says Teach English Abroad.
Mm-hmm.
You see on
Uh-huh.
our website, and then
Yep.
here are the different Teach English Abroad, and then Peace Corps. You can also teach abroad with the Peace Corps, and Fulbright. You can also teach abroad with Fulbright. Um,
So, is there a stipend paid for this teaching abroad, or is this volunteer based?
no, they pay you. There's
Oh,
their stipend, and they also pay you. So, like for example, teach abroad. In teach abroad, this program right here, JET program.
Mm-hmm.
You see this one right here? This is the one that
Mm-hmm.
I did, and they paid you. They paid me $35,000 a year,
Mm,
tax free,
mm.
And
and
that's in American money they paid you, or into like
American
the
money.
yen or the.
They paid
And
me
that's
in
on
yen, but the conversion was, I mean, I got the money back in American dollars. That's $35,000 US dollars.
right, and that's on top of the stipend.
That's on top of the, yeah. Plus, I got free housing, free airfare, free free transportation, free. I got free benefit, like all retirement benefits, a free pension. You know, free all this stuff. So that's on top of all that. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay, yeah.
then they also have this program in Korea where you can teach. So you can teach English. This is really great if you're just graduated as a bachelor's degree student, a
Mm-hmm.
4-year bachelor's degree student, and you want to teach abroad,
Mm-hmm.
a 4-year bachelor's degree. These are really good programs for that. But you can also teach if you have like a master's degree. You can teach for universities abroad very easily, and there's programs in Dubai, United Arab Emirates.
Yes.
Um, Definitely, I've taught in Cambodia, I've taught in Korea, I've taught in um, Jordan, in the Middle East.
Oh man.
For at the university level, yeah. There's all you need is a master's degree.
So
See,
I gotta go
okay.
get my master's.
It's all good. It doesn't. We're getting the masters. We're getting our masters. Matthias, you going to Dubai? I'm going to Cambodia. It's set. I'm going to
It's
the temples
over.
of Angkor Wat. It's
And
over.
so, yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Now, oh man, I'm so you got me so excited now. I want to go back to school. I want to teach. I want to do both now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
No,
So
this is
figure how I'm
this
gonna make
is
it work.
right. Well, no, this is exciting, and I'm happy for your time and the enthusiasm and the information because this is this is information that needs to get out more. More of the FAMU students need to be able to take advantage of the study abroad program.
There's
We
so much opportunity. I
right.
just can't tell you how much.
You know we're still seeing it's 2023 and we're still seeing first generation people who are going to college, first generation college students.
Hmm.
Imagine that experience for a first generation college student. Not only have you broke the mold of going to college, but you're able to go see the world while you study. So when you come back, you'll be even more of an asset for your family and your community, but you have more information to give them to help empower themselves.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So this has been wonderful. So, Emily, if somebody sees this interview, what's the best way for them to contact you to learn more about the study abroad program, or even to begin applying?
Oh, just Google FAMU study abroad. Just Google FAMU study abroad and just make an appointment. Just make an appointment, and they'll make an appointment with either me or Kevin. And Kevin is transitioning to a different role right now, though. But they'll be able to contact me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And if you go to the FAMU website, famu.edu, they have all these study abroad programs. But like she said, just Google FAMU study abroad. It's easy. Just Google FAMU
Yeah.
study abroad.
Or Google FAMU International. You know.
International. Yes. It's a wealth of information on that. It's several pages that are filled with information because I'm looking at two of the different pages now on the international education and development and the education abroad. Two different pages with a whole bunch of information and
Oh,
those, and it's not just limited to that.
we're gonna have a study abroad fair on October 4th as well.
Okay, we have to be there, Matisse. October 4th, we need to be there.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, definitely, we definitely appreciate you. And you just this made my Monday. This is a good way to start the Monday off. It made my Monday. So I'm I'm encouraging all of our viewers to take advantage of this yourself, or if you know college students or you know high school students who are coming to college, or people with their masters or educators who would benefit from the study abroad program, FAMU has it right here in the middle of Tallahassee, and many of us don't even know. You can even go get your passport. You can even go get your passport, and that's one of the best things about doing these interviews in Mind Your Body and Soul, because we get to learn so much about the resources that are available in our community that we had no idea that were available. So we're going to take advantage of it, and we encourage all of you to take advantage of it, because this is what we're all about. That's why FAMU is the best HBCU in the world. That's exactly why.
That's it.
That's exactly why. So, Emily Maurer, I'm Joseph Ward. He's Matthias Sweet. This has been Mind Your Body and Soul, and we have learned a lot today. We have been inspired. I'm ready to go run a mile, and I'm so excited.
I ain't gonna run no mile, but I'm gonna get to the nearest place as quick as I can. But I ain't gonna run no mile.
There you go. There you go. So encouraging all of our viewers to think outside the box. And with this program, you can actually go outside the box and learn outside the box. Once again, Mind Your Body and Soul. This is, let me get my spiel together. So Mind Your Body and Soul is an it's an educational podcast. You got me saying international now. Mind Your Body and Soul is an educational podcast that focuses on all things health related to help our listeners learn more about various health topics and information they may not have access to. We seek to inform, empower, uplift, and mobilize our listeners to become the healthiest versions of themselves. Remember our website, www.nmcpodcast.com, as well as neighborhoodmedicalcenter.org. We're on all of the major podcast platforms. YouTube, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check us out on YouTube Podcasts, which spreads us out to all the major podcast platforms as well. Once again, we love you all, and we see you all next time.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthias.
You're welcome. Thank you.